We do this mentor program every semester, so I know some of you might be repeats. Who has done this before, or is this all of your guys' first times? Not a single person? Okay, wow. Okay, cool. So to give you guys an idea of what this is, I'm only really going to be presenting for maybe 15 minutes to give you an overview of what the program is, why mentoring is important, and its legacy within the Kennedy Center. And then following the end of that 15 minutes, there's going to be some forms where you will actually apply to join the mentoring program. That application is pretty straightforward. I think it's like 5-6 questions, and all it is really gauging your skills, your interests, so that way we can best match you with a mentor, and it also helps you to commit to adhering to the program structure that we will outline. Does that make sense so far? Okay, cool. So, the first thing that we're going to kind of talk about is, are all of you guys here Kennedy Center majors? Is anybody not? Raise your hand if you're not in the Kennedy Center. Okay. Wow. Out of curiosity, what's your major?
Oh, I'm studying political science.
Political science?
Chinese.
Chinese?
Political science.
Cool.
Political science.
Okay, welcome, poli-sci friends. So, we understand that whether you are in the Kennedy Center or not, maybe in adjacent to college, some of you are wondering exactly what your direct path might be to a career when it's a lot more straightforward for a teacher or a nurse, right? For us, it's a little bit more different, and that's where a lot of mentors. Oh, it's for the recording, is it hard? Okay. And that's where the mentors really come in to help you know, what can I do with my degree, and where do I want to go? So first, this is just a little plug for the Kennedy Center. Whether you are one of our majors or a visiting poli-sci friend, we have something called AMAs. I'm sure you've seen them. They're always like posted and advertised. These stands for Ask Me Anything, and we have a lot of professionals who are working in international business, or maybe they are diplomats in the Foreign Service, right? We have a variety of different professionals come, and those are also great opportunities to just hear from people when they're visiting our campus. Okay. Another plug is one way to get some good skills. The Kennedy Center offers amazing study abroads. And so my boss, Corey Leonard, for those of you who know him, who works here as well, he just always wants you guys to know of the amazing opportunities that are available to you. So if you have not been to that website, definitely check it out. I know most of you are probably junior seniors here, but it's not too late. If you haven't done a study abroad, you can definitely still do one. Because not only do they give you amazing exposure to different parts of the world, they also give you skills you can chat about with your mentor. Okay, so kind of talking about the importance of mentors, I'm just kind of curious, can I have like maybe 2 people here share why they wanted to come today? Why they want a mentor? Boom, and then boom.
I really need help. Sorry. I really need help with my Foreign Service Officer application, which I'm taking the test like in 2 weeks. So, yeah.
Nice. Okay, awesome. And what about you?
Yeah, just like getting on track and sponging up anything they have to say, like all the knowledge they have in the industry. Like, let's just get ideas out and make myself more knowledgeable about the opportunities and stuff like that.
Solid, yeah. So regardless of where you guys are, all of our mentors are prepared to kind of help meet you guys where you are at, not necessarily think for you, but they can share about their career tracks. They're happy to answer questions about grad school. They can even look over your resume. They can look over your internships. They can maybe connect you to people that they know. Depending on what your goals are, we try to match you with someone that can best meet those needs. But in addition to that, one of the beautiful aspects of the Kennedy Center Mentor Program is it's structured where there's the expectation of meeting a few times throughout the semester. So there's an element of accountability and feedback where you meet with them a few times. So like you're building upon your conversations. So if you made your application for the Foreign Service rough draft, right, and you show it to your mentor, they can give you feedback, you work on it, come back next conversation, and you can continue that kind of conversation. Does that make sense? Like, okay, cool. So, all right, I was gonna have someone read it, but I don't want to pass the mic around. So, networking is not about who you know or who knows you. Networking is all about who likes you and who respects you. So, out of curiosity, does someone mind sharing their thoughts on what they think that means or why that's important? Okay, you are so kind.
I think it really means that, like, you don't want to make a ton of superficial connections when you're networking. The goal is to make a couple of really strong connections that you can reach back to with people that you genuinely connect with, because that's how you're actually going to build a network.
So well said. And I love that you said that you connect with. and that they become a part of your network. And the idea is that you can then stay in touch and build each other up. So we definitely want you guys to keep that principle in mind. So also, as I finish this presentation, even though it's brief, not only are we giving you an idea of the program structure, helping you brainstorm things that you can ask them, we also want to instill within you guys understanding what networking is all about and how to do it well, how to respect their time, how to make sure that they understand how grateful you are and that you view this as a connection with them and not just taking advantage of their knowledge. So this is an example of someone, he was actually a Latin America studies major. And it was really, really cool because Corey knew him, I guess, pretty well. And from what I understand is Spencer was really, really good at connecting with mentors and utilizing his network. And as he started his career, you can see he obviously has definitely progressed really well in business. He was once competing for a job against two strong business majors, but he, being a Latin America Studies major, was able to learn from his mentor how to best project his skills to where he got the job and has now progressed really, really well in his career. And so the idea is this is just an example of someone who took a major where he wasn't quite sure how to articulate his strengths, and then he learned how to land a job that he really likes. It was really cool. Okay, so to kind of give you guys an idea of the main sectors of mentors we offer, if this affects your interest in the program, they're kind of small, but a lot of it in education, development, diplomacy, business, international law, and national security. Obviously, some things might be similar to each other or like aligned in some way. We also have a lot of people in law. And so those are kind of the main pools that we have within our alumni network. Okay, now for the requirements. This is more of like a soft requirement, the Kennedy Center major or minor. You obviously can have a different major or minor. We have had them come in before. You just have to have a direct interest in careers that are in line with our sectors. So like if you're the poli-sci, I think that there's a strong connection, but you just need to be able to articulate that as to why you want to be in the Kennedy Center mentor program. And then also, do we have anybody here who is not a junior or senior? Sorry if I'm like putting you on the spot. Okay, cool. We'll chat afterwards. I don't think it will be an issue. The only reason why we normally include that is if we have tons and tons of people want to join the mentor program, we give preference to those that are older. I don't think that'll be an issue today. But if it is, I'll chat with you guys because we have a lot of mentors. Okay, mentor boot camp. If you fill out the form today and you decide that you do want to be assigned to someone in our network, we have another meeting next Thursday at 11 a.m. I don't know if anyone wants to pull out their calendar. Next Thursday, 11 a.m., Mentor Bootcamp. It will again be a brief 20-minute presentation where we will just help you articulate your first meeting with your mentor. So what's going to happen is you fill out the form today. I get the form. I match you to a mentor. You come to boot camp. I already have your mentor assignments, right? And then what will happen is we'll go over etiquette that you guys want to have and the emails you send them and making sure that everything is professional and you know how to maximize your time with them. That's the purpose of boot camp. So if you cannot make it next Thursday at 11, come up after and talk to me and we'll work something out for you. Mentors agree to meet with you at least 3 times. So that is a pre-set agreement that they can commit to. We know that sometimes things happen, sometimes things are hard. So if you feel that you cannot meet the 3 interactions, this is probably not a program for you, but sometimes mentors will even do more. So it fluctuates, but that is like the set expectation. And then the last thing is we will ask for a final report at the end. It's like a 3-question Google form where we just get insight into how it went, what main skills you discussed, and it helps us improve the program every semester. It's pretty easy, but that is very important for us. And then we just want to emphasize, when you meet with your mentors, don't ask for a job. Kind of going back to what was your name in the purple shirt? Seneca. What Seneca said, we want to build connections with them, not necessarily ask for employment. Okay, so this is just reiterating that. One other thing we want to mention is they will not do your thinking for you. So if you have a question about grad school, they can brainstorm with you, but they won't necessarily give you the answers. So ideally, all of you guys will go prepared to these mentor calls, Zooms, maybe even in person, and you will bring like, hi, I would like to discuss this. And that way they can best utilize their knowledge with your time. And the last thing is, within our alumni network, we have a lot of people of different political views, faiths, so just keep that in mind when you're chatting with them. Okay, a little bit of an explanation on this. Everyone that joins our mentor program joins one of our databases. It's a platform called the International Society. I have a form for it at the end. It's also part of your application. Imagine like, it's kind of almost like a LinkedIn vibe, but it's not. So like everybody will get in. It's like a private network, and it's all LDS professionals all around the world. And so this is one of our databases that we're like building with our alumni, and that's why you guys will join it to be with the alumni as well. Benefits, I guess, can I just have like one or two more people share what they think the benefits of the mentor program are generally, or maybe for them specifically? Can I pick on you, Jesse?
I just feel like it would be really helpful to have someone who has experience in the field that I want to go into, who can give specific advice, who I can come to with specific questions.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so that's hitting home. I feel like everybody gets it. And so now we're actually going to skip the spotlight. And I'm going to finish with this quote, and then I'll show you guys the forms, and we can answer any questions. The currency of real networking is not greed, but generosity. Going back to that idea that we are so grateful for these alumni, and we're also grateful for you and your interest in developing your skills, and hopefully going forward to do a lot of good just like them. And so just remember these skills. These are like the Stanford business skills that you can like Google. These are helpful not only in your career, but in your conversations with our mentors, and just to uphold the most amount of respect and professionalism. And so just remember to think about that as you're going through this process. And this is more like a fun little tidbit. I guess maybe not fun. But I don't know if you guys know about Jeff Bezos' background in starting Amazon, which I think everyone knows what Amazon is now. But funny enough, Jeff Bezos' mentor told him not to start it, which is kind of interesting. And the reason why we mention this is, yes, these mentors, like Jesse said, will answer your questions. They'll give you advice. Hopefully you'll be able to rely on them later, like Seneca said. But also keep in mind, they're mentors. They're not necessarily telling you what to do. They're giving their perspective, and you will use it, and you will be grateful for it, but it may not dictate what you do. So just keep that in mind. You still have power to do what you want with your life. And now that is it. Does anybody have any questions? Hopefully that's pretty straightforward. Laurel. No, just one mentor during the whole semester. But if you wanted to do the mentor program again, you absolutely could, because we do it every winter semester, and then there's like a spring, summer combined one, and then there's a fall. So there's 3 cycles during the year. Yeah. Any other questions? Okay, great. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the mic off, I'm going to turn the lights back on, and you guys will do this form. And there's actually one more as well. So I'm going to go to the next slide if I can. Anybody still need it? Okay. This should be the one to join the International Society if you don't want to just look at the web link. So I would try to get this one as well. The Google form, I am going to be starting to make mentor assignments next week. So try to fill out this form by Monday morning, or just right now, which is probably smarter. So I will be probably closing it early next week. So if also you know anybody else that wants to join, feel free to send them my way. They can still do the form. I could catch them up, and they can still do boot camp. We just want to emphasize, do the form today, at the very latest Monday morning. With that, any questions? Are we good to go? Great. Thanks, guys.
Good job, Kiki.